How you guys doing? Eric here. Today is Thursday, October 12th, 2017. Nice morning up here in Gilpin County. And the hell's going on today? It's like the same shit going on today that's been going on for the last few days now. Just a lot of same fucking crap. The government flapping their gums, talking shit and doing nothing. Our wonderful president fucking mugging it up for the camera with his beautiful fucking wife and talking a bunch of bullshit and never getting anything done. And also the wildfires in California, I guess, is still raging on. You know, he just can't seem to contain it, and it just keeps getting worse and worse and spreading from town to town, wiping out whole fucking areas of population and taking out house after house, row after row, town after town. It's unbelievable, man. And I'm hearing a lot of interesting things about that. Watching some videos on that this morning, and man, there's some really strange things happening, man. Really almost like the Twilight Zone. Like, people are describing like flashes in the sky, like lightning kind of, but there was no thunderstorms around. And yeah, so people are saying, you know, possibly some kind of directed energy weapons being used maybe to cause these fires. Something weird, man. There's some really strange things happening there. Yeah, this California firestorm, man, it's really bizarre what's going on. The conditions are just right, I guess, for this thing to just remain there and keep burning for days and days and days. There's nothing to stop it, I guess. And there's plenty of weather coming into the West Coast, but somehow it's all staying to the north. It's snowing and raining up in Washington and Oregon, but somehow they just doesn't seem to be able to make it down into California. But you know, I've watched quite a bit of weather channels on YouTube that talk about how the weather manipulators are causing the drought in Southern California, and how they block storms from making it into there. And so, except for last year, because there was just like an El Nino year or something, there were so many storms they couldn't. So what they did was they just intensified the storms going into California and caused flooding and shit. So you know, that's how they roll, man. If they can't get you one way, they'll get you the other. Either they're gonna flood you out, or they're gonna cause a drought and fire and burn you out. So yeah, this California wildfire, they're saying the biggest in history of California, probably in the history of the United States. And yeah, everything nowadays that's going on, every single event now is the worst in history, right? We had the most powerful hurricane in history, Irma. We had the biggest shooting in history, Las Vegas. And now the biggest firestorm in history in California. So yeah, everything nowadays is becoming bigger and bigger and breaking every record before it. More ridiculosity factor, you know, because they just got to make these events huger and huger and huger so they can push their agendas. Yeah, the one big thing they're talking about this morning was the Trump's tax reform plan, right? And I can already see what's going on, man. They're already talking about it's going to fail. You know, Kentucky Congressman Rand Paul is one Republican that doesn't support it, and I'm sure there'll be another one, just like with the healthcare reform. It was Rand Paul and John McCain that voted against it, and so of course every single Democrat voted against it, and so yeah, they got to have every single Republican vote for it, or else it ain't gonna pass. And That's what they do, man. That's how they roll. You know, it goes on. It's been going on and on and on, and you know, it's just fucking stupid. And they think we believe that, you know, we're gonna buy their bullshit of, you know, we tried hard. We really, you know, these obstructionist Democrats, you know, they blame it all on the Democrats because they you know, Trump has all these bullshit fucking big plans for America, but none of it's ever gonna fucking come. You know, it's like a fucking pipe dream. You know, it's like a bad nightmare that you know that you, when you're in bed at night, like you're having this bad nightmare where I have them quite often where I'm trying to get something accomplished or I'm trying to get somewhere, but for some fucking reason it never happens. Like it's like that, man. It's like I'm sure a lot of people have had these kind of dreams where maybe you're trying to get to the beach or so you're trying to get somewhere and have some fun, and there's just always something that stops you from making it. That's how it feels with this fucking shit government of ours. No, but the fact is, they're just a bunch of fucking actors, man. Players. Trump's a reality TV show actor. You know, I'll tell you that. All those years he played on Celebrity Apprentice was all training for his presidency, and yeah, it's all just crap, man. You know, they're just a bunch of players, man. It's all a show. So yeah, that's what I see is going to happen, man. They're gonna drag this tax reform soap opera out for like the rest of the year. They're gonna be, you know, dragging it on like a soap opera, just, you know, the same plot for days and days and days, and discussing it and talking about it, and oh man, how great it's gonna be, and then right before the new year comes, they're gonna announce, well, we tried hard, but we just couldn't get it passed, you know. And that's just what's gonna happen with the whole Trump presidency. So I don't expect a fucking thing from him. Anyways, that's what I got for today. Thanks for watching. We'll talk to you guys soon. Yeah, it was kind of funny watching it this morning on the news, on the TV. There was Trump and all the congressmen were all together, and they were like talking to the cameras, and Trump turned around and looked at Rand Paul, and they kind of smirked and smiled and giggled at each other like hee hee hee, like they know exactly what's going on, right? Fucking punks. Yeah, and the reason why they say they can't support this new tax reform is because it's only going to benefit the wealthy. That's what Rand Paul says, why you can't support it. It's going to benefit the wealthy way too much. I'm like, fuck you, what a bunch of bullshit. Yeah, it's going to affect taxes that the wealthy don't pay, because they don't pay any fucking taxes as it is. It would be counterproductive for the wealthy to pay taxes.